a R&D unit, and we focus on very one aspect, the fast reactors. So as I go along, I'll try to explain. I'll try to explain in very simple terms because all these people know about it. I'll be concentrating more on the journalist friends. Okay, so if you have anything at the end of the day, we'll discuss that. So I come from Kalpakam, as it's written here. So what is the mandate? DA is the only place where you get, the mandate is very multifold. We work on many areas. The moment first thing is of course for the India's protection. So we do work on strategic areas. The main mandate is to produce power. We have NPCL friends, as already explained it. We produce power. One of the best source of energy, greenish source, carbon dioxide almost zero. We call in terms of carbon footprint. And if you want to reach the dream of next 50 years to be zero carbon, nuclear energy is an inevitable option. Our option for the choice is at some point of time, we go like petrol only nuclear. How well you use, how well you effectively reach the audience, that matters. So therefore we work on many things, starting from power generation, healthcare. We generate a lot of radioisotopes. I think Tapasar will be talking about it. A lot of radioisotopes. Isotopes are just like the elements. Using that you can detect cancer at different parts of the world. Very useful. Apollo hospital radiology departments are entering. We use the common radiation source, cobalt-60. It's all produced again in the reactors. So not only that, for diagnosis, for finding out a problem, first me the hospital you have to really find out what is the problem with the patient. You have to diagnose the problem. If it's a cancer, radioisotopes, which is supplied by the department, because we are the only sole suppliers of the isotopes in India. Nobody else supplies. So Adanta supplies of the DAE. So DAE power kaakunda, chala varaku we work on health sector. If you come to CAT, of course nobody has come from CAT. They work on lasers, accelerators, all high-tech technology, in physics particularly. We also work on food agriculture. We have seen the stalls. Radiation is the one, if you want to export mangoes, let us say, we are the major suppliers of mangoes to USA. It has to go through a radiation source. We వచ్చే samples, ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఏదైనా కూడా radiation source label లేకపోతే they will not accept. We have to go through that. So what it says is radiation మనం భయపడక్కర్లేదు. First number one, because we have been working also, you have seen the mining we have gone down, we work in the reactors. Radioactivity is very safely handled. It will never come to the public domain at all. Bhayam undi. We will see why the fear is there as we go across. Yeah, as I told you, this is one of the best technology, nuclear. If you see the low air pollution, low greenhouse, you will not get anywhere other than greenhouse. This is, if you see the nuclear technology, that's where you produce the lowest amount of carbon dioxide. The way the temperatures have gone, like yesterday Dr. Saab was saying, 42 degrees in London, you can never expect it. But it has gone. That's all because of the carbon dioxide. If you want to avoid in future, nuclear reactors are the only solution. Okay, I think all of you understand. So, మనకు కావాల్సింది nuclear energy కి రెండే elements. Uranium, plutonium. Uranium మన దగ్గర available. These people are working on that. Uranium, nature has given only uranium. Beyond that, plutonium is all man-made. అది మన ల్యాబ్ లో చేయాలి. ఎక్కడ చేస్తారు? రియాక్టర్ చేస్తారు. సో రియాక్టర్ యూజ్ చేసి మీరు ప్లూటోనియం ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేస్తారు. దాన్ని మళ్ళీ యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. సో యురేనియం యూజ్ చేసుకొని ప్లూటోనియం ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేస్తారు. Plutonium is what like use in second stage. First stage lo actual uranium, second stage lo plutonium, third stage lo ingo uranium. So between sandwich between two uranium is a plutonium. So uranium kosam మన దగ్గర మైన్స్ ఉన్నాయి, ప్లూటోనియం దగ్గర మన దగ్గర మైన్స్ లేదు. ప్లూటోనియం అవైలబుల్ కాదు నేచర్. అది ఇండియన్ రియాక్టర్ నుంచి ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేస్తాం. ఎట్లా ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేస్తాం? విల్ గో త్రూ. So therefore basically it's a fission. So you take ఒక periodic table ఒక మన ఎలిమెంట్ చూసుకుంటే heaviest element is uranium. ఆ యురేనియం తీసుకొని మీరు ఒక న్యూట్రాన్తో హిట్ చేస్తే therefore there are two materials, one is target, one is the neutron. ఈ రెండు యూజ్ చేసుకొని మీరు ఒక యురేనియం బ్రేక్ చేస్తే you get lot of heat. ఆ heat ని మీరు you convert into steam. That's exactly what Masa sir was saying. These are all basically the heat sources. మీరు ఒక థర్మల్ ప్లాంట్కి వెళ్తే థర్మల్ ప్లాంట్ ఏం చేస్తారు? బొగ్గేస్తారు, బర్న్ చేస్తారు, వచ్చేది మళ్ళీ హీట్. ఆ హీట్ స్టీమ్ కన్వర్ట్ చేస్తారు, స్టీమ్ నుంచి పవర్. So the second part, heat నుంచి convert to steam to power is common. ఈ first part, you can burn coal. మన లాంటి countries లో coal burn చేస్తాం. లేకపోతే పెట్రోల్. దుబాయ్కి వెళ్ళారనుకోండి అంత పెట్రోలే, because they have a lot of petrol. So burn petrol. Or this technology which we have deciphered 50 years ago, you take uranium, heat it. This is the only reaction where you will get a heat without a fire. धुआं कहते हैं, आग के बिना धुआं, something like that. There is no absolutely no fire anywhere, but the heat is produced. That heat, two things. If you control that reaction, it's a controlled reaction, it's a nuclear reactor. And we control Hiroshima, Nagasaki. So the way you control determines it. So simple is okay. Uranium తీసుకొని దాని fission చేస్తే వచ్చే ఎనర్జీని ఎలా మీరు హార్నెస్ చేసుకుంటారు దాన్ని బట్టి డిపెండ్. So therefore technology will be very complicated, but the principles is what we should understand. As so basically we have to sun is a great source of another energy. That is called fusion. That is you take two lighter elements, hydrogen తీసుకొని hydrogen is the lightest element, uranium is the heaviest element. Either you take the lightest element, fuse it, you get power, or you take the heaviest element and break it, you get the power. So either way. Our first technology, fusion technology, ఇంకా డెవలప్ కాలేదు, కంప్లీట్గా డెవలప్ కాలేదు. సో మనకి ఇంకా ఒక 30-40 years తర్వాత అది వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, ఇంకా అసలు ఈ డౌట్స్ రావు. రేడియేషన్ ఉందా లేదంటే అది ఏందో రేడియేషన్. ఆ టెక్నాలజీ ఇంకా డెవలప్ అవుతుంది, ఇంకా లేదు మన దగ్గర ఫుల్. బట్ వీఆర్ వర్కింగ్ ఆన్ ఇట్. బట్ fission is completely understood. We have been working on it. Only thing is stage wise we are trying to make it better. So therefore this is basically uranium తీసుకుంటా you hit with a neutron. So మనకు కావాల్సిన రెండు థింగ్, యురేనియం, న్యూట్రాన్స్. న్యూట్రాన్ పార్టికల్స్ ఎలా వస్తుందో చూద్దాం. You take it, you form something called a compound nucleus because you are fusing it, then you break. That's it. And this gives you heat. Our heat ni steam lo convert cheskuntam, turbine run chestam, power production. This is what. In that way we are running 22 reactors in India. Clear? Okay, let us see. So therefore once you break the nucleus you get something called a fission product because you are breaking oka nucleus rendu cheste rendu particles vastunnayi. Ivi radioactive. దీన్ని జాగ్రత్తగా హ్యాండిల్ చేయాలి. అందుకని ఎక్కడ బయట డొమైన్ రాదు. It will never come outside the system. And then that neutrons is what you sustain the chain reaction. So chain reaction is sustain చేయడానికి you use those neutrons to run it. So if you control the chain reaction on this fission reaction, see the point is ఒక న్యూట్రాన్ యూస్ చేస్తే you get 2 neutrons or 3 neutrons. ఆ 3 neutrons ఇంకా 3 neutrons హిట్ చేస్తే 9 అయిపోతుంది. If you multiply this will become a bomb. This is what happened in Nagasaki and Hiroshima. But if you control it, use only one of them to control chain reaction so that you know how the reaction can be controlled, then it becomes a nuclear reactor. That's the only difference. But you can never convert a nuclear reactor into a bomb. That's not possible. The technology is altogether different. It all started almost 50 years ago. These two gentlemen from Germany discovered this in a very small laboratory. December 1938. December 38, you remember any event which happened that time? Very important event. Anybody? Journalists? World War, exactly. World War, Hitler was dominating Germany. And these fellows discovered at that Germany place, the place itself. So the fear started. Now the point is, they have discovered the fishes. A fission of discovery, the technology convert challenge. Sagam mandi Germans, in fact 90% of the greatest German scientists have migrated to US, including Einstein. All these fellows went there. So therefore, there they started thinking that if Hitler fission discovered the idea he may develop a bomb. What developed a bomb, Americans, all these Einstein went to the president and told, you give the money, we will try to develop. Up to 1938, you're talking about 38, 39. So by 40-41, this is first, the 42, this is Enrico Fermi. He is again a Jew. You know that Hitler was trying to kill Jews, so he also ran from Italy, settled down in America. So therefore they had the best of the brains in the world. So they wanted to see, and that idea was no, the news has come, but only thing is, they use bomb idea. It's all theory. But within 1942, 4 years ago, science has become a technology. You see, nowhere in the history of the world, the fear has driven somebody to go to a technology of such a fast way. 4 years ago, concept deadly weapon is possible because of one thing, the fear that Hitler will have. So they developed it, and the person who has used this sustained chain reaction is Enrico Fermi. Okay, 51, before that, anyway, 45 we have bombed Japan. So the purpose of developing the bomb was to try on Europe, not on any other country. But by the time they developed the bomb, Germany already surrendered, Hitler is dead and gone. So therefore that next thing has come to Asia, because this fellow was not stopping. So therefore by what you call, they didn't plan for it, it happened. That's another story, we'll discuss something later. So therefore by 51 we had a reactor. Of course it was a very small reactor, it was only burning 4 bulbs to start with. So 1938, 1945 Hiroshima, Nagasaki, 1951 we have a construct. By the time people realized this energy has to be used for good purposes. And therefore, we started working on development of nuclear reactors. And therefore now 20% of the world population uses nuclear energy.